Good morning and assalamu alaikum everybody. Can you hear me, beta? Good morning and assalamu alaikum class 10. Can you hear me? Okay. Walaikum salam. Okay, just wait for a few seconds for the other students and I am going to start my lecture. Walaikum salam, Fazia beta. Walaikum salam, Misha. Okay. Before I start my today's lecture, I just want to get your feedback about my previous lecture and the lecture that I delivered the day before yesterday, means Tuesday and Wednesday. The lectures which were delivered on Tuesday and Wednesday, are they clear to all of you, beta? Because I have uploaded your assignments as well on Google Classroom. Are these two lectures clear to all of you? Because these two lectures of optative and imperative sentences, they are very, very important, and I have tried my level best to deliver as good as I could, because these two are very, you can say, we can say that these two topics are very, very simple and easy, but quite tricky as well. So I hope that yesterday's assignment was also clear to all of you. Okay, tomorrow is Friday, and we all know that Okay, thank you, Fazia Beta. Class 10, as you know that tomorrow is Friday and Friday is your day for the submission of your copies. One thing I want to remind you all, okay, this ongoing week is our English language week. So it means that tomorrow you are only supposed to submit your English language journals, not English literature journals. Okay, I am repeating once again that tomorrow is the day for the submission of your English language journals, not the English literature journals. Suppose if you send your English literature journals to school, I am not going to accept them at all, because tomorrow is not the day for the submission of literature journals. Tomorrow you are only supposed to send me your English language journals with 3 assignments that I am uploading this week. I have been uploading this week, जो मैं इस week में upload करती रही हूँ. Tuesday's assignment, Wednesday's assignment, and today's assignment, Thursday's assignment. So these 3 assignments should be in your English language journals before you send them to me tomorrow. Okay? Daniel, you will submit your English language copy tomorrow, not English literature copy, okay? Complete all the 3 assignments that we have done this week and then uh, submit them to me, okay? Who is this student? Kindly rename yourself. Hurry up, everybody, kindly rename yourself and join the class with your own names. Otherwise, you will be marked as absent. Kindly take care of these things, that you have to join your classes with your own names, otherwise you will be marked absent. Okay, so let's start today's lecture. Beta, who is this student? Kindly rename yourself. I don't want to take this name at all. Otherwise, I will send you out of the class. I will block you. Hurry up, rename yourself. Okay, let's start the lecture. Today we are going to have our lecture number 56 and date is 3rd of December 2020, and obviously again this week, as I told you, that this is our English language week. So again we are going to have our English language lecture today, and it's lecture number 56 and date is 3rd of December 2020. And let me tell you that we are almost done. Yes, Daniel, you can submit your work, but your next week will be your English literature week. So you are supposed to submit your English literature journal, not language one. When the turn of English language will be there, then you will be giving me your English language, okay? Whatever the week will be, you have to submit your copies according to the week. So from today is, tomorrow is the day for the submission of language copies only, okay? And next week will be your literature week. Then you will again have language week. Okay, we are moving in an alternate week, one week for language and the next week for the literature. So kindly submit your copies according to the weeks. Okay. Let me tell you, class 10, that we are almost done with the narrations. We are almost done with the narrations, and I have tried my level best to complete all kinds of narrations as good as I could do, and I hope that everybody is clear with all the concepts of narrations. So today's class I have included a topic that, Walaikum Salam Shahir Beta, I have included the topic which really needs a lot of attention and concentration, and you people do not pay any kind of attention towards these things, and these things are very, very important uh, to pay attention. And the topic is letter and application writing format. Okay, before I tell you about the letter and application writing format, let me tell you this thing, that this is the question. uh, you people are given a choice. Either you are supposed to write a letter or an application in your paper, and you most of the students prefer to write an application. And the purpose is this: why you people mostly prefer to write an application in your papers? Because application doesn't need lots of details. Application doesn't need lots of explanations. Application always supposed to be to the point, okay? Whatever the purpose of writing an application, you just write that purpose and your application is done. So this is the basic difference between letter writing and application writing. This is the basic difference between writing a letter and an application, that letter always needs or requires explanation, but application is always supposed to be to the point. Whatever the purpose of writing an application, you people just write that purpose and your application is done. Okay, that's why you mostly prefer to write an application as compared to the letter writing. But as we all know, that there is a choice between application and letter writing, but we should know the rules and formats of writing an application and a letter. Suppose if any kind of topic is given to write an application in your board examination, that you think that you cannot write it in a good manner, but you are there to write a letter in a proper manner, you will prefer to write the letter writing. So instead of this thing, in spite of knowing this fact that there is a difference, there is a choice between these two, we should know the format of application and letter writing. Okay, you people mostly don't care about the punctuation marks, which are very, very important to be noted and to be attended very, very promptly. Okay, so in today's lecture I am going to tell you about the punctuation marks, about the format of letter writing, and about the format of application writing. First of all, We should know about this thing that there are two kinds of letter writing. Okay, the first one is known as the formal letter writing, and the second one is known as informal letter writing. Now, I want your response. Who is going to give me the answer about what is formal letter writing and what is informal letter writing? Hurry up. I want your answers first. Here, class 10, I want you to tell me about the difference between the formal letters and informal letters. Who will tell me? Are you there, students? I hope you must be typing the answers. Class 10, girls, boys, beta, what is the difference between formal letter and informal letter? Unzila, what is the difference between a formal letter writing and informal letter writing? Because in your exams, both of the topics can be given to you to write a letter. Very good, Amna. Muhammad Shahid, what kind of answer is this, beta? Yes, most of the students have given the right answers. Let me show you the slide as well that I have prepared for you. Formal letter. First of all, we are going to talk about the formal letter. Formal letters are the letters which are written to organizations, government officials to make complaints, orders, requests, or inquiries. Okay. So formal letters are the letters which are supposed to be written to higher authorities, to organizations, to government officials whenever we want to make any kind of complaints, orders, requests or inquiries. Okay. And what is informal letter? Informal letter is written in a friendly manner or in a friendly way to someone you are familiar with, either your friend, your cousin, your relative, your mother, father, brother, sister, or anybody else. Uh, these kinds of letters are written to the persons whom you are familiar with, जिसको आप जानते हैं, जिसके साथ आपका कोई relationship है. Okay, so this is the basic difference between formal letter writing and informal letter writing. So now obviously when there is a difference between formal letter writing and informal letter writing, there will be a difference in the written expression as well. Okay, when we know that there is a difference between a formal letter and informal letter, obviously there will be a difference between writing two letters as well. Whenever we are going to write a formal letter to any organization, government officials, or we want to make any kind of complaints, order, request, or inquiries, obviously we will write in a requestful manner and in a respectful manner. The way the written expression needs to be in a requestful manner and in a respectful manner. You people are making a complaint, a request, or even you are ordering somebody, that thing should be in a very respectful manner. Letter, formal letter should be written in a very respectful manner. एक मोदबाना अंदाज होना चाहिए उसको लिखने का. There should be no you can say that a written misbehavior or misconduct to be accepted at all. Okay. लेटर राइटिंग जब आप करते हो तो उसमें आपने मुअद्दबाना अंदाज इख्तियार करना है, कहीं पढ़ने वाले को ऐसा ना लगे कि आपने मिसबिहेव किया है. ओके, सो इन आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट फॉर्मल लेटर फर्स्ट. नाउ इनफॉर्मल लेटर, obviously informal letter should also be written in a respectful manner. Beshak, you are going to write it in a friendly manner, in a friendly way, but your way of writing should be very respectful. चाहे आप अपने किसी बहुत क्लोज फ्रेंड को लिख रहे हैं जिसके साथ आप बहुत फ्रैंक हैं, बहुत उसको अच्छे से जानते हैं, वट एवर द रिलेशनशिप इज, you have to take care of your written expression whenever you are writing a formal letter or informal letter. So this point is clear that formal letter and informal letter both should be in a respectful manner. Yes, you can say that in a formal letter writing, you always supposed to use Walaikum Salam, Aisha Beta. Yes, this is clear that formal letters, in formal letter writing, you always are supposed to use a formal language. Okay, It should be written in a formal way, like you respectfully, respected sir, respected ma'am. But when you are writing an informal letter, you don't like to write these kinds of things, the formal language. Okay, dear, my loving. So these kinds of the words that you usually use in informal letter, this is called a friendly way or a friendly manner. Okay, I hope the difference between formal letter and informal letter is clear to all of you. Let's move forward. Okay, now we have key features of letter and application writing. One thing we all know that in your exams, these formal letters, these letters or these applications can be seen or they can be unseen. Okay, whatever the number of the letters that we have written during the class, it doesn't mean that they are supposed to be included in your board examination. ज़रूरी नहीं है कि जो लेटर्स और एप्लीकेशंस हमने क्लास में लिखते रहे वही आपके एग्जाम्स में आएंगे. नो, they can be unseen and they can be seen. It depends on your luck and it depends on the paper setter, what kind of paper he or she is going to set. Okay, but as you all know that this question can be seen or unseen as well. So we should know all the important things. We should know all the key features, important features that are supposed to be, you can say, supposed to be focused while writing a letter or application. When you people are knowing all the rules of writing an application and writing a letter, if any unseen letter or any unseen application is given to you, this will be easier for you to write that particular thing. Okay, अगर आपको सारे रूल्स पता हैं, आपको तमाम पॉइंट्स पता है, you know this thing कि what the points you should keep in your mind while writing a letter and application, what are the punctuation marks that you are supposed to follow, आप कभी भी उस लेटर और एप्लीकेशन को लिखने में प्रॉब्लम महसूस नहीं करेंगे. ओके, but the basic thing is that your concepts should be clear. The basic purpose of including this topic in today's lecture is to make your concepts clear. Okay, so the first key feature that you should keep in your mind is clarity. What does clarity means? Clarity means something needs to be clear, something needs to be explained very well. Okay, the purpose of writing the application, the purpose of writing a letter should be very clear to the reader. कि आप वो लेटर या एप्लीकेशन जिसको भी भेज रहे हैं, एज फॉर एग्जाम्पल बीइंग अ टीचर, आई एम द रीडर ऑफ योर application and your letter. When I am reading that letter or application, it should be very clear to me कि what is the purpose of writing this letter and application. मेरे पास आपका लेटर आया, एप्लीकेशन आई, जब मैंने इसको पढ़ा, पढ़ते साथ this thing is clear to me कि what do you want to write and why are you writing in your letter and application. This is called clarity. Okay, so the purpose of writing a letter or application should be very clear to the reader. Reader को पढ़ने के साथ ही उस चीज का अंदाजा हो जाए कि क्या मकसद है ये लेटर लिखने का या ये एप्लीकेशन लिखने का. Okay, this is called clarity. Second thing is that tone. Shahir beta, I think you are a bit late and you are answering me quite late. I think you are getting my questions late. Okay, the second key feature that you must keep in your mind is tone. Obviously, tone का क्या मतलब है? Tone means आपका लहजा, आपका अंदाज़े बयां. Obviously, while writing a letter or application, ऐसा तो नहीं है ना कि आप किसी के साथ verbally बात कर रहे हैं. No, तो किसी को कैसे पता चलेगा कि आपका बात करने का अंदाज, your way of talking, your accent, how it is? This will be your tone, means your written expression, आपके लिखने का अंदाज. Okay, in what tone you are going to write a letter. As for example, if you are writing a letter, a formal letter, and you are going to make any kind of order, you are going to make any kind of request, or you are going to make any kind of complaint, the tone of your letter should be very respectful and in a proper manner. You have to take care of the behavior of your conduct while writing a letter as well. For example, if again I'm going to quote my own example, if I am reading your letter and application, I want to see that tone कि मुझे पढ़ते साथ इस चीज़ का अंदाज़ा हो जाएगा कि लिखने वाले ने लेटर बहुत ही बदतमीजी के साथ लिखा है या the person, the writer has not taken care of the conduct and behavior. He has misconducted with me, he has misbehaved with me while writing a letter or application. So the way of your writing, beta, what conjunctions? Can you please elaborate your question, Fazia? I did not get your question. Okay. Uh, So what I am telling you that the way of your writing should be very, very good and in a proper manner. You have to take care of your tone of your letter writing. आपका जो letter writing का अंदाज होना चाहिए, that should be in a respectful manner, in a proper manner. This is called the tone. Okay. Now the third key feature is appearance and form. यानी कि किसी चीज की ज़ाहिरी शक्ल सूरत, यही चीज हम आपको बताते हैं while writing a letter. You have to take care of the punctuation marks, you have to take care of the spellings, you have to take care of your handwriting, you have to take care of the small letters and capital letters. This is called appearance and form. If I am reading, no, 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 no. Beta, this is not called conjunctions, Fauziya. These short words are known as contractions, okay? Contractions means short words, not conjunctions, Fauziya. Kindly correct yourself, beta. Okay, so this is called appearance and form. If you have written your letter by taking care of all the punctuation marks, the proper commas, full stops, capital letters, small letters, proper dates, spellings, everything is perfect. This is called a good appearance and form of a letter. Okay, if you have taken everything, taking care of everything, punctuation marks, where should be the comma, where should be the full stop, which letter should be small, which letter should be capital, the spellings, the date, the format of writing a date, all, if it is, everything is very properly written, this is called a good appearance and good form of your letter writing or your application writing. Okay, so these are the three key points, key features that you are supposed to keep in your minds while writing a letter or an application. Clarity means the purpose of writing a letter or application should be clear to the reader. तो पढ़ने वाले को वो लिखने का मकसद समझ में आना चाहिए कि what is the purpose, why are you writing a letter or an application. The purpose, the motive of writing a letter or application should be properly explained through your letter. Okay, tone means the way of writing. Your written expression should be very well mannered, should be very well behaved. You should take care of your written expression. You should not, you don't need to misbehave or misconduct with the reader. For example, if you're writing a letter to any higher authority or any official, government official, your letter should be properly written with proper, you can say, behavior and conduct. Okay, and the third one is appearance and form, means properly use of punctuation marks, properly date is written, properly small letters and capital letters, and handwriting of your letter writing. Okay, agar if you are writing it in a handwritten letter, अव्वल तो ये typed होते हैं, but if you are typing a letter, as for example, the formal letters are mostly the typed letters. But while typing as well, you need to take care of these things. Where should you use the small letter, the capital letters, the full stops, the commas, and so on. Okay. Now, class 10, please tell me all these three key features are clear to all of you. Should we move forward? Hurry up, I'm waiting for your reply. Okay, okay. Now we are moving forward. Acha. Parts of letter and application writing. There are 5 parts of an application or a letter writing that you must know. Okay, what are these parts? हम लोग आज तक लेटर्स लिखते आए हैं, एप्लीकेशंस लिखते हुए आए हैं, लेकिन हमें आज तक ये नहीं पता कि वो जो हम लेटर या एप्लीकेशन लिख रहे हैं, what are the parts of those applications or letter. There are 5 parts in front of me: heading, salutation, body, closing, and signature. Okay, I'm going to show you a letter. Okay, these are the parts of a letter. This is for your convenience. I have picked up a format, a letter in front of you, so that you can get an idea that what part is known as body, salutation, and so on. Okay, now see, for example, this area where you are going to write the address of the sender, okay? The address of the sender, including date as well. This area is known as heading, okay? This area is known as heading. And now, what is salutation? This is called salutation. For example, if you are writing a formal letter, you will write respected sir, respected madam, or if you are writing an informal letter, you will write my dear friend, my dear cousin, dear mom, dear dad, and whatsoever it is. This area is known as salutation. बेटा आप लोगों को ये चीजें पता होनी चाहिए कि what are the parts of a letter and what are the parts of an application. And let me tell you this thing, that all these same are the parts of an application as well. There is no difference between the parts of a letter and application. The parts of letter and application are same. Okay, so this area where you are going to write the address of a sender including date is known as heading. The area where you are writing greetings like hi, hello, respected, and whatever it is, this part is known as salutation. Okay, now you are going to start writing your letter, where you are going to write the purpose of your letter, the motive of your letter, that why you are going to write this letter. इस खत को या इस application को लिखने का मकसद क्या है, what is the purpose, what is the objective of writing this letter. Then you will mention that thing. This area or this part is known as body of the letter or body of the application. Okay, see, first of all heading, then salutation, then body, and now the next thing is that closing. Closing means this area. For example, acha, they have included another point as well, concluding remarks. When we are going to end up our letter and application, we usually write these kinds of remarks. Okay, pay my regards to dash and dash whatsoever. And whenever we are going to write an application, we mostly write this thing, thanking for the thanking you for this kind favor, or waiting for the positive response from your side. So these kinds of remarks are known as concluding remarks. Okay, these kinds of remarks are known as concluding remarks. And now comes the closing of your letter or application. For example, if you're writing a letter, obviously you will write it in a more informal way, like yours lovingly, your loving daughter, your loving friend, your loving cousin, and so on. And if you're writing an application, your complimentary closing will be like yours obediently. For example, if you're writing this application to your principal, you will write in this manner: your obedient student, your obedient pupil. Okay, and your signature. Okay, I hope these parts of a letter slide is clear to all of you. Kindly keep these points in your mind, that there are 5 parts of a letter or application. The area, the part where we supposed to write the address of the sender, this part is known as heading. Then the greetings, the area where we write the greetings to the sender, this part is known as salutation. And when we are writing the purpose of that letter or application, that part is known as the body of the letter. And then closing remarks, as I have explained to you, like yours lovingly, yours obediently, and so on. Then comes your signatures, and in application, you mostly write the date after writing your name. Okay, I hope these parts are clear to all of you. Is there any confusion? Better in informal letter, you will simply write yours lovingly. For example, if you're writing a letter to your mother, you will write like this: your loving daughter, yours lovingly, your dear daughter. These kinds will be close. In formal letters, you will write like this: with due respect, your obedient, your affectionate. Okay, this will be the closing in the formal letter. Your obedient, yours obedient, and yours affectionate. These kinds of words we mostly use in formal letters. Okay, I hope I'm clear to all of you. Let's move forward. Okay, now I am Huria. Am I clear? Huria, am I clear, beta? I have answered your question. Okay, okay. Now in front of you, Now in front of you, again a format of letter writing. This is the format of a formal letter that you are going to write a letter to the editor of our newspaper complaining about something. And mostly we write these kinds of letters. Okay, that is why I have included this slide in front of you. See, the editor, comma, T capital, E capital, the name of the newspaper to whom you are writing a letter or application, comma, C. The spellings should be very correct, and the capital letter. The first letter of the newspaper name should be capital. Okay. The name of the city, full stop. Here I have written the date. For example, today is 3rd of December, December 3rd, 2020, full stop. Beta, this is what I want you to pay attention towards these things, where you are supposed to use full stops and where you are supposed to use commas, which letters should be small and which letters should be capital. Then you can write dear sir or madam, or you can write respected sir or madam as well. Okay. There is no hard and fast rule. You can write respected sir or madam, or even you can write dear sir or madam. But let me tell you one thing. If you are writing application to the principal of your school, you will never ever write dear madam, because madam is not your friend. Madam is not you can say your cousin or anybody else. You have to write. There is a proper language that we are supposed to follow while writing an application. Application में आप कभी भी dear का word use नहीं करेंगे. To whom you are writing an application, you will always use respected sir or respected madam. Okay. Here in front of you, I have written dear sir or madam, but you can use respected sir or madam as well. Okay, then comma. And now you are going to write about the body of the letter, the purpose, the objective, why you are writing this letter. This will be your closing remarks. For example, I will be very thankful to you for your kind efforts, for your kind, you can say favor, and these kinds of things. Okay, and this is called the closing. A concerned citizen and your name. In keep in your mind that in letter writing we always write the date after writing the name of the city, but when we are writing an application, in application we always write the date in the end when we are ending up our application. Now see, there is an application in front of you to the principal. Kindly learn the spellings of principal. It's P-A-L, not P-L-E. You mostly students write the wrong spellings of principal. The principal, comma, ABC school, comma, ABC should be capital. Okay. Then Karachi, full stop. Respected sir or madam, comma, I beg to say that my class has been planning to visit the Karachi Museum. We, comma, therefore, comma, request you to kindly allow us to visit, as it will enrich our knowledge about the history of our country. Now see, this application is too short, because application always needs to be very short and very यू कैन से टू द पॉइंट। हमेशा याद रखिए कि एप्लीकेशन और लेटर में यही डिफरेंस है कि एप्लीकेशन डजंट रिक्वायर लॉट्स ऑफ डिटेल्स। कभी भी एप्लीकेशन कोई लंबी चौड़ी नहीं लिखी जाती है। वट एवर द पर्पज ऑफ राइटिंग एन एप्लीकेशन, ओनली मेंशन दैट पर्पज एंड योर एप्लीकेशन इज डन। ओके, now, thanking you in anticipation, yeah, waiting for your kind response. These kinds of remarks are known as closing remarks. Okay. Now, your obedient pupils, here should be a comma. Okay. Your obedient pupils, comma, class, and in front of your class at the left hand side of your copy will be the date. As I have written today's date, date is 3rd of December, comma, 2020. ठीक है, दिस इज द बेसिक डिफरेंस बिटवीन लेटर राइटिंग एंड एप्लीकेशन राइटिंग। प्लीज इन तमाम चीजों को आप बहुत केयरफुली देख लीजिए। मैं आप लोगों को एक मरतबा से फिर से इसकी स्लाइड आपको शो कर रही हूँ लेटर राइटिंग की। सी, इफ यू आर राइटिंग, मोस्टली आपको एग्जाम्स में ऐसे ही लेटर्स आते हैं, फॉर्मल लेटर, जो आपने किसी हायर अथॉरिटी को या किसी न्यूज़पेपर के एडिटर को लिखने होते हैं। So please see the format of this letter writing in front of you, where you are supposed to use comma, where you are supposed to use full stops, and keep this difference in your mind that when you are writing a letter, while writing a letter, the date should be written right after writing the name of the city. ठीक है? For example, we are writing Karachi. Karachi के फौरन बाद आपने डेट डालनी है, जबकि in application writing date will be right in the end of the application. When we are ending up the application, there should be a date at the left hand side of your copy, just in front of writing your class. This is the basic difference. ये चीजें आपने अपने जहन में रखनी है। अच्छा, mostly it happens कि the name of the newspaper is not mentioned in your paper. मतलब it is not written कि write a letter to the editor of the डेली जंग, फॉर एग्जाम्पल, कि भाई रोजनामा जंग के एडिटर को खत लिखिए और इस बारे में कंप्लेन कीजिए। तो मोस्टली द नेम ऑफ द newspaper is not mentioned over there. So if the name of the newspaper is not mentioned in your paper, you can write the name of any newspaper, the Daily Dawn, the Express Tribune, the Daily Junk, and so on. बहुत से हैं इसी तरह के। But if the paper setter has mentioned the name of the newspaper to whom you have to write the letter, then kindly follow the same instructions that the paper setter has given to you. ठीक है? I hope this point is clear कि अगर तो आपको क्वेश्चन में उस न्यूज़पेपर का नाम मेंशन नहीं किया गया, तो आप किसी भी न्यूज़पेपर का नाम खुद से लिख सकते हैं। बट इफ द नेम ऑफ द न्यूज़पेपर इज मेंशन्ड, अगर उस पेपर एग्जामिनर ने उस न्यूज़पेपर का नाम पर्टिकुलरली मेंशन कर दिया है कि यू आर सपोज टू राइट अ लेटर टू द एडिटर ऑफ द डेली डॉन, देन यू आर बाउंड। अब आप बाउंड हो चुके हैं। यू आर सपोज टू राइट द नेम ऑफ द न्यूज़पेपर द डेली डॉन। ठीक है, इस चीज का आपने खास ख्याल रखना है। नंबर 2 ये कि आपने, इफ यू आर राइटिंग अ फॉर्मल लेटर, योर लेटर शुड बी इन अ वेरी रिस्पेक्टफुल मैनर, or you have to take care of all punctuation marks. In letter writing, date should always be after writing the name of the city, and in application writing, date will always be in the end of the letter. ठीक है? We are left with the last 1 minute. Any question that you want to ask from me? In last minute, any query or any question or confusion that you want to ask, or everything is clear to all of you? Class 10, is everything clear? Any clear or confusion? Sorry, any confusion or any question that you want to ask? Okay, I hope everything is clear to all of you. Acha, class 10, don't forget today you have a quiz as well. After my class, I am going to upload your quiz of the Khyber Pass. So please be in touch with the Google Classroom. Okay? Okay. Till my next class, take very good care of yourself. Thank you and Allah Hafiz.